So we meet again. This time we're going to walk through a project that I ran across, helping a real estate investor, first-time real estate investor, got into this situation, and I just want to walk through this property just in case some of you are thinking about real estate investing and trying to avoid some of the pitfalls. So as I go, I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to do my best to turn the camera around to share what I mean by what I can see. So this is basically a small house in Clearwater. It has 3 bedrooms and 1 bath, and it's old. It's built in the 70s. It's in a small neighborhood that is similar houses, and the numbers work. I mean, the number looks pretty good as far as if you do the homework on the paper, but once you start looking at it closely, you might be in trouble if you don't know what you're doing. FYI, check out my shirt. I have this shirt for maybe, I don't know, close to 20 years. So I used to do a lot of rehab, and my wife got me this shirt, and I thought it was really funny. I dug it out from my closet today, and I thought it would be funny to wear it. But anyway, so the project's behind me. The investor is brand new. This is his first fix and flip, and I'm gonna kind of going through this whole thing, and this is the thing about me in my videos. I'm gonna just keep rolling, and just keep in mind English is my 3rd language, so I'm gonna butcher it up pretty badly, and forgive me for that, but I'm gonna go through this and run some numbers, kind of, I round up all the numbers and stuff like that, so it's just kind of easy to follow. Let me see. Okay, let's see. So looking at this just from this perspective, and you can hear the traffic outside. I'm gonna walk around the house a little more, and you can see, I'm gonna show you some of the more detail and what's wrong with it. Here's the premise. So the investor, he found this house through another group. So the group that sold him this house are people that do wholesaling. So the property on paper is about $250,000 after repair value, okay, for this kind of neighborhood. Now, the new investor, decided to go with these wholesalers to buy this property at $160,000. It sounds like a good spread, especially these wholesalers have promised him to fix this entire property up for the additional $30,000 on top of the purchase price, which is $160,000. Now, numbers wise, it sounds good, right? Why do you buy it for $160,000? You put another $30,000 in it, so you're at $190,000, and then turn around and sell it for $250,000. Sounds like an easy peasy day, because this new investor has the money, and he decided to go with it. So he has no idea what he was in for. So he and I met a couple of months ago, and he asked me to stop by to take a look at this property. So in my mind, I said, wow, that's a pretty good deal. If you can buy it for $160,000, put $30,000 in it, you're up with $190,000, and you sell it for $250,000, or, well, in his words, he was hoping to sell it at $300,000. But I'm like, let's not get our hopes up so high. So I came and looked at it, and I was shocked. So I'm gonna proceed to turn this camera around and start to show you the kind of work that this so-called contractor and wholesaler has promised this new investor. So this is gonna be a shocker. I'm gonna start from the front door and I'll flip the camera around and I'm gonna continue talking. So here we go. Okay, so now that I flipped the camera around, here's the living room. That's the front door. I'm gonna exit the front door and we're gonna walk in and show you from beginning to end. You notice the bus just went through and we heard it in the living room. Anyways, I'm gonna exit. So the street is right here, and all these houses are the same, but here is the strange part. All these houses, the street right there, and people are just pulling up and park in front of the house. And that house is the same, but this house has there's no driveway here in the front. The driveway is in the back, which is okay. But let me go show you the front door again. So here's the roof line. And I guess most of these houses are like this, but I'm 5'8". I can reach the roof from there. The front door. Notice this is a brand new front door they first installed, but they just mounted right on the outside. Here's the inside wall. And you notice the front door is taller than the opening here. And what they've done was they just, by the front door, slapped it on the inside of the wall, so the door is taller than the opening. And there you go. Isn't that crazy? Okay, now you can totally see outside through these gaps. You hear the cars coming by too. So check this out. That is the front door. Did I tell you they charged these people, they charged this guy $30,000 and they were adding on more costs? Look at that. Now, our investor is first-time investor. He doesn't know how to do this. So he just totally trusts these people. You know, they tell him that they're gonna rehab this whole entire place for him for additional $30,000 on top of what he paid them. That was $160,000. I'm gonna keep, repeating these things because I don't edit. I keep going. So all the windows are old. You can't even open them. Yet they don't replace any of the windows. None of the windows are repaired. All the paint is messy. And this is a new coat of paint, believe it or not. Nails are popping out of the ceiling drywall, I guess, plaster, and it all cracked everywhere. Okay, so back to where the front door is. Check this out. I don't know who they got working on this project, but this is throughout the house. How do they justify charging people for this kind of thing? And then notice this. This is everywhere. And my experience tell me that it's termites on top where the roof line is, because that's the only area that is wood, I think. Well, maybe some of these walls are not concrete. But so walking on this is just the first step when you walk into this house. You see leaves. The leaves get blown in from the outside. Walking on this floor is totally unlevel, and there's crunches, like you can hear the sand and stuff underneath it crunching because the raw concrete, they never leveled it. And it's abruptly stopped right here. Okay, so let's go in. They kept the old cabinet. They didn't clean it up. They slapped the countertop on here. This is just my recording stuff, but look at this. And then they put another countertop over here. which completely does not match the other one at all. So look at the pattern on that. And then on the opposite side, look at the pattern on that. It doesn't match and it's not finished. Okay, wait, but there's more. Now, there's 2 windows here in the kitchen and it's lower, but the window cannot be open and it's behind the countertop. Okay, and then, wait for this. Wow, they just chopped that up, and I don't even know how to explain that, because they just cut it off, the backsplash around that plug. Just debris and everything everywhere. It's a big old gap here. I think you can fit at least a penny or more into that gap. And over here, our friend, the investor, bought a brand new set of appliances, okay? But the oven cannot be pushed back because I'll show you what they've done or not done. So they basically just wired that in there with other wire tapped into it, just hanging out like that. And that's the oven. And because it sticks out so far, this oven cannot be pushed back. I mean, it can push back a little bit, that little area, but that's it. There's no bracket, the anti-tilt bracket or anything like that. I don't even think that is definitely not up to code. You're not supposed to tap into that box to run additional wire into the cabinet with no conduit or anything. And look at that. They didn't even bother to finish the side of the countertop. Okay, so let me just keep going. There's too much around here. Again, here's all the stuff that's falling from the roof. And it's just a big gap. I don't know, you can see the behind all those conduit and pipes and everything. But that is just like termite damage or something. Okay, and let me back up here. So this water heater just sit right in the middle of this area. It's supposed to be up there, like away from just the middle of... Okay, so if you've seen enough of the before, which is horrendous, and I don't blame you if you fast forward and just kind of go to the end. But in the end of the video, in this video, you're going to see the end product. So if you go through the front a little bit, kind of see the kind of work, and at the end of the video, it's all done and ready to go. So it's hitting the market this week, and it's still competitively priced. And the profit is definitely going to be taking a hit, obviously, because of the first group of people that scammed our investor. But enjoy, take a look at the video, and hopefully you learned something here. And I am always available if you're selling your house and you just need to get the house ready to sell, or you are an investor who wants to get into it and don't want to lose a lot of money. Please talk to somebody like myself. I know there's a lot of people out there who are really good at what they're doing, and they know what they're doing, so take some advice and don't get burned. Good luck. This area, and I'll show you the way they wired this. This was from somewhere, but they just taped that together. This is a 4-point inspection hazard, and look at that. How the hell did somebody do this kind of work and charge people $30,000? Now, again, here is a sliding door, and their idea of lock is this. There's no handle on it, and I'm not even going to try to slide it open because I probably can't close it back up. So what they did is they just bolt this thing shut like this here, and you can totally see the gap. And oh, here's another fine wood workmanship here. Why bother putting this stuff here? Look at that. Holy crap. So they painted this door. It's like some sort of glass here that was broken, and they didn't bother to clean it, and the shards of glass is still there, and they just painted right over that. Okay? No words to describe this. I mean, as investor for 20 plus years, I have never seen anybody who blatantly take advantage of new investor. I mean, I want to make this video because I don't want you guys to have to go through this. Look at that. I mean, the doors, the windows are just shut. The air conditioning is stuffed into this closet, which is a bad design to begin with. But this thing is 28 years old and they're not replacing it. Things are leaking. This is the closet of a bedroom, and you can't put anything in there. Okay. So the numbers on this again: $160,000 purchase, $30,000 of rehab that these people are taking from our investor. Look at that. I can literally put my finger in that gap. That gap is gigantic. So don't get taken by the promise of making a big profit in real estate, because on paper, this neighborhood, you can sell one of these houses at $250,000. You buy it for $160,000, put $30,000 into it, fix it up, and sell it for $250,000. But not like this. I mean, look at that window and look at that window. And they're not doing anything about it. And I can tell you, they did some work on the roof as well, and that's additional. So our investor actually pays somebody else to do the roof because the roof is leaking. And I think that's another $5,000 to $8,000 or something like that. Now, you know, watching this video, you guys probably thinking, what is wrong with the investor? There's nothing wrong with him. He's taking action to make an investment. He doesn't know, but he learns as he go. What's wrong is the people who are trying to take advantage of this person and sell him this property, and then also sell him the terrible service that none of this were permitted. This whole new thing is on here, not permitted. And I don't even know if the people who work on this project actually has any license. So, I mean, what you're seeing there, and I'm tapping on here, this is plastic, by the way. This is not even glass. And this is the kitchen window, the kitchen window, and then the kitchen cabinet. They're just sitting right there. It's incredible what's happening to this industry, and these people who are doing this, and they're taking thousands and thousands of dollars from a new, unsuspecting investor, and they shouldn't be in business. They should never be in business. So back to this kitchen. The stove cannot be pushed against the wall because I showed you the wiring earlier. Now, on top of that, that microwave was purchased as a set. That's supposed to go on top of there to complete a set, because that's had ventilation, but now they mounted with some brackets on this side instead of that side. And now there's no electricity here to power the microwave, and they just left it like that. Look at what they did. It's incredible how these people can get away with this. And look at this countertop. This is like a piece of wood that you get from, it's not even wood, that you get from Home Depot, that they do like bookshelves, and they slapped it onto here. And then the floors are totally old and original, and they saying this is good enough. Can you believe that? It's just crazy. I don't even know how to, give the advice to this person. This is just nuts. I mean, there is evidence of termites like everywhere. I'm not an expert, but I can see that some kind of rotten wood issue. Well, anyways, this is what I got for you today. Be careful. Be careful. You have to take action when you come to investing in real estate. And I understand, learn as you go. But look at the base of that light. They just plastered it in there. So learn as you go, but at what price? This is a very, very expensive lesson. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a way to help this investor get out from under this situation without losing his shirt. This is his first deal, and I don't want it to be his last. Look at that. They don't even bother cleaning or anything. I know it's still have some work to be done, but at this point, I advise my friend, the investor, to stop all work with this one person or one company. I can't believe that. You can see through. You can see that. You can see through the outside. That's the outside. Because if they actually call this 90% done. So they say let's pay them the rest, because my friend, the investor, already paid them 75% of that $30,000. So it's about $23,000 already given to them. Now they want the rest of the money because it's 90% done. I told the investors, stop, just stop it, because we walked through this property with my contractor last week, and judging from the work that's been done here to undo it and just kind of cleaning up, it's going to cost another $20,000 just to fix what's gone wrong here. And the biggest issue with most of the houses or older homes is the air conditioning. And this air conditioner is 28 years old. It's still functioning, but good luck trying to sell it. Good luck trying to sell this house. That's not going to work. I'm afraid to open this up, but let's see what's underneath. Okay, well, I don't know why it's all plywood under here. But the bottom probably fell down. But okay, supply lines. Yikes. Okay, I mean, they cleaned it up a little bit on the bottom there, but anyways, I will stop this video. Okay, so after seeing the previous video and all the crazy work and the previous contractor ripped off this investor, it took probably two and a half months to turn this whole thing around. So speaking of turning the whole thing around, I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see the work that's been done now afterwards, and it's ready to hit the market. So here you go. We are in the living room area, and I'm going to just show you. Now, all the windows are new, doors new, and you can hardly hear the outside anymore. You definitely cannot see outside. Traffics are going by, you can slightly hear it. It's close to the street, but at least the door fits well, and it actually, open and close, and there's no more that big block on the top there from the old house. From the old door. Anyways, all the trim is done, or all the trims are done, and you still need to clean that up a little bit, but everything fitting correctly. There used to be something on the wall there, just this big bar that was removed. And then replace all the floors with a better color. And there used to be like an indentation there on the wall. It used to be a doorway, and we filled that in, and it's looking good now. And let's go into the kitchen area. Here's a new kitchen. Remember, there used to be a microwave just mounted randomly on that wall. Well, now it's where it's supposed to be, and we got all new cabinets. Boxed out the cabinets and give the homeowner, the buyer, more space there to store. And on this side, we made instead of 2 windows side by side, we closed that off, put the cabinets there, turned that into a smaller, shorter window. So now it's actually above the cabinet, and that receptacle there is now nice and clean and clear with new backsplash. All the cabinets are new now, and the stove and the oven fits in there perfectly. We were able to put another little cabinet on here just to frame it all out. Now it's working great. So, and all the windows are done. These are all brand new windows. New floors throughout. So the floors in the previous video, it just stopped right there, and which is all different type of floors here. Now everything matches, all just gone through seamlessly throughout the entire house. Now I think it's ready for somebody to move in. A lot of work, a lot of heartache, but I think this thing turned out quite nice. It's priced well. It's well under $300,000, which is hard to find here in Clearwater. 3 bedrooms, they're small, but 3-bedroom nonetheless. And the best part over here, well, not the best part, one of the better part, I guess. New sliding doors. It actually works. keeps the elements out, and this space is actually working now. All of that used to be sitting like closer to the middle. We'll push everything into the corner. We have room for a washer there with the water connection. So all of that's new. And then on this side, we got the setup for a dryer. So the dryer can be there. And this is a nice and cozy little house, ready for somebody to move in. But to think of the last video, in the front of this, when you guys start looking at it, just be careful. Just be careful flipping homes. Talk to people who are in the business, actually really knows what they're doing to help you with this. Myself and my wife, we've been doing this for 20-some years, and helping out this investor to turn all of this around. And we did it for nothing, by the way. We just wanted to help him because he is a retired vet. He stuck his neck out fighting for the country, and now he's just making a next move and trying to do investing, and people are out taking advantage of him, and it's a real shame. But all in all, this place turned out really well, and I'm confident that we're going to sell it soon. So that's that. This is going to be a nice story. I mean, it's kind of painful now. I don't know for sure if the investor is going to be able to get his money back, all of it back. He's going to be able to get the majority of it back, hopefully. This is something that depends on the market, the interest rate, and all that good stuff. But at least now it's a real house. It's a sellable house, and it makes a lot of sense. So there you go. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.